Hey everybody, it occurred to me yesterday after sharing with you the idea of the church and how the church was about telling the story of Jesus Christ and then doing the ministry that Christ calls us to do, the service, then celebrating the presence of Christ in worship, and then being the church in fellowship and togetherness. It occurred to me that I encouraged you to spend some time remembering when you had experienced those things, the telling, the doing, the being, and the celebrating. Then after I finished making the video, I realized I really didn't give you a template to do that, an example to do that. So that's what I want to do for you today, because you can just remember things, and that's nice, or you can make it a spiritual practice. You can actually use your memory as a prayer time. So what I would encourage you to do is to find a nice quiet space where you are alone, and you can concentrate, and to take a moment to think about one of those categories. Where had you heard the message of Jesus Christ first? Was it in Sunday school? Think of a Sunday school teacher or a parent, someone who told you the story, and let those memories wash over you and spend time with them. Spend time with those memories. Don't move on quickly to the next memory, but spend time. And then from the telling, then moving to the doing. What was a time when you served or when you witnessed someone serving in the name of Christ? I remember one year where I experienced Thanksgiving at the mission in downtown Rochester, and how we spent time working and serving, stacking the food and serving the food. So what was a time that you experienced that kind of service? And just take time with the memories. Don't rush it. Because if you're just rushing it, it's just remembrance. But if you're taking time asking God to be present, you're taking time asking God to give you these memories, then you can turn this into a spiritual practice, an actual part of your prayer time. And then the third way of thinking about service is belonging, or being rather, fellowship. So when was fellowship important to you? When did somebody do something for you which was unexpected in terms of fellowship? And then finally, celebration, worship. How has worship moved you? This may be the easiest one, actually, to remember something with. Usually, everybody has a favorite part of worship. And if you don't have a favorite part of worship, for some people it's Christmas Eve. For others, it's a particular hymn. And it's quite, usually that's one of the easier things to pull out from people's memories. So spend some time sitting there. In your mind's eye, where did you sit in the sanctuary? Where did you experience God? And then when you spend some time with those memories, slowly, luxuriously, 15, 20 minutes of time, just letting memories sift down like when we were kids, we used to play in the sandbox and let the sand sift through the sieve. Sift those memories a little bit. And then offer a thanksgiving to God for how the church has nurtured you, how you have been fed. Jesus says that we don't live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God. And indeed, that is true. You have been fed by these experiences, by these memories. So as an example, Here I am in the sanctuary of Hills Church, a place where I expect not to be disturbed right now, a place where I'm quiet, alone. I take some time to start thinking about what memory was important to me, what part of the church meant something to me in my past. And you can go through all four of the categories, or you can do one. There's no right or wrong way to do this. I'm focusing on the memory of being and belonging, the memory of fellowship. And I can remember the midweek Lenten dinners when I was a little kid. And I can recall who was at the table. I can recall the excitement of there being the fellowship hall in Durand United Church of Christ in the basement was full of people. There were so many tables that they had to take little numbers and put them in a coffee can. And I can remember as a little kid reaching my hand in to the coffee can to see who the next table that was going to go up and get served. I remember the smell of the cooking food and Mom and Dad being there. I can remember how one of my favorite things to eat at the table, at the potlucks during the Wednesday Lenten dinners was scalloped potatoes. And I thought, since you always brought them to potluck dinners hosted by the church and by Boy Scouts, that they were called scout potatoes. I thought that for many, many years until I learned that they were called scalloped potatoes. Spend some time in thankfulness for this memory. See if other memories come with it, come to it. Where was God present in that memory? And then bring that memory up to today. How can what you received from that moment, from your past, be something that loves and nurtures you into the future? How can you recapture that thankfulness? How can you share that thankfulness with God and with another? And then when you have done that, you can move on to one of the other elements of the church. For me, I'm going to just offer a prayer of thankfulness here. You kind of get the idea at this point. And take that with you. Friends, you're all part of my memories, many, many memories of the church. And we will have other memories together to make soon. We'll get back here together again. We will share together in the church, telling the story of Jesus, being the church of Jesus Christ, serving and doing what we can, and celebrating together. We are the church of Jesus Christ together, whether gathered or scattered, whether in or out of the building. The church is on the move. Blessings to y'all. I miss y'all. See you soon. And watch this space for more daily spirit lifts. I hope these find you healthy, and I hope that they inspire you to move forward in these days. Blessings, everybody. Bye.